Boom. Take it away, Sarah.
Hi, my name is Sarah. Eva and I were talking the other day. We were in the car driving, having fun, and I was reading through this John Maxwell book. Oh, that's backwards. But it says, "How high will you climb?" And we were like, oh, I wish the whole team was here. We could just be talking about this with everybody. So we decided to make a Zoom and talk about it with all of you, because there's some really great tips in here talking about attitude, failure, success, and things like that. And often our attitude is the only difference between our success and our failure.
Yes, we don't even realize how big our attitude is. Like what you say to yourself, how you think about things. We don't even realize how much it actually affects like everything that happens in our whole day.
I just want to define the word failure. I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
There's 3 statements. Tell me which one describes failure. A person is a failure when he makes a mistake, when he quits, or a person is a failure when someone thinks he is.
When he quits. Boom.
When you make a mistake, it's just now you know how not to do it, and you keep going smarter and wiser for that. How's that?
Yes, that is exactly right. Sarah just came to my house. She just arrived a few minutes ago. She drove 3 hours to come here. She's going to be going with me to the city tomorrow. Anyway, so we didn't really have time to like chat about this, so we're kind of just trying to breathe for a little bit. But anyways, we chatted about this the other day, so it's all
good. The biggest thing that stood out to us in this book is where it talks about how we limit ourselves. Basically, we've had times where we thought we were doing great, or when other people thought, oh wow, she did a really great job, and we set this bar for ourselves, this limit, and we think, oh, that's how good I am, that's where I am. And then as life goes on, you have these ups and downs, times where you feel miserably, and times when you do really great, but you have this limit and you never see yourself as being better than that, or as ever you think.
Show them the graphic. I really understood it when I saw the graphic.
He calls it the SAP strata. It means,
I don't know what that means.
It means it represents our self-imposed limiting barrier. It's how it means the barrier we put for ourselves.
So let's say you're a teacher. Yeah, so let's say you're a teacher and this is a really bad teaching day, and then here you're really awesome, you feel really good about yourself, and here it's not so good, and then it's better. You actually never let yourself get higher and better than those top times in your life. Am I getting it right?
Yep. And often by limiting yourself, you're limiting the people around you, either your team or your friends that you're with, or your family or your kids, because you think, oh, we could never do that. Or you think, oh, we're not that good at that. We wouldn't be able to do that very well. Or people would think we're weird if we did that. And so you're limiting not just yourself, but the people around you.
Yes, because when you're hanging out with people that are saying that, you automatically think it too. Like you have to have a seriously strong personality to rise above. Like the people you get together with every day, if they're saying, oh, I could never do that. Look at what Sara and Eva are doing on that Zoom. I could never do that. That would be way too scary. Yeah. Like your team is hearing you say that. Your friends are hearing you say that. Whatever it is, not just about Plexus, whatever you talk about. But when they hear that, you're limiting them and yourself, and it's going to be really hard for you to rise above that.
That's right. And this is a different book. It's called The Introvert. I can't say that word.
Entrepreneur.
I cannot.
I love when she tries to say it. It's like entrepreneur.
I say entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. That thing.
Entrepreneur.
The thing that we all are.
It could be anything. Okay.
Thing that she said. This book also has a lot about limiting ourselves and how we see ourselves. There's some really great quotes in here, or things that people say to limit themselves, and I thought I would just read some of them, because I think quite a few of these, pretty much all of us have said this to ourselves. Yeah. And probably a lot more often than we think. Like probably every day we say things that limit ourselves and the people around us.
Yeah, if we would write down everything we said to ourselves, we'd probably shock ourselves. Yeah, read this.
Or
if you don't.
things like about your age, like I'm too young to do that, or I'm too old, or if I was the same age as her, or if I was at where they are at, then I could do it. Or things like
Not smart enough to do that.
I'm not smart enough. A few things that I wrote were as far as sharing things with other people, when you limit yourself, things like, oh, I'm bothering people, or I wouldn't know what to say, so I'm not going to go and talk to that lady over there.
You just told yourself that you're not going to actually think of something to say. When you act, oh, I know, I'm going to talk to her. What should I say? Say that instead of
there's that limit again. You think I'm this and this good with talking to people, when really you have no idea. You haven't even tried. You haven't even tried getting out of that. Either it's a comfort zone, or either it's just this limit you set for yourself because of something you once did and someone thought that was great. When really you can be so much more just by not saying these words to yourself.
Yeah, I need some more of those. I need a degree to do that. That's hilarious.
I don't have time to do that. No one will help me. Everyone will think it's silly or I'm weird. It's going to be too hard. What's something else?
I just want to say quickly, add something here where it says nobody will help me. Even if you had no upline and no team at all, support upline, you could still do the Plexus business and be really good at it. There are so many videos and training for free at your fingertips. So when someone says to me their upline is not helping them, be your own best upline. Like, you can pick anyone to be you can pick Sarah Marple and Sonia Dudley to be your upline if you want. You have access to all their training. So I just want to put that in there. I know you were talking about something else, but I had to add that.
No, that's good.
And what things? Oh, here's more.
When you want to help someone with their health and you see that maybe they're more fit than you are, you limit yourself by saying, oh, they're already fitter than I am, or I'm too fat. You're limiting yourself when you could be helping other people. You could be helping someone feeling a lot better and healthier by sharing some hope with them, or just by being their friend and connecting with them. And you're limiting yourself just because you think they're at a better place than you are, or that you think they're at where you would like to be.
That's probably one of the biggest things I had to work through, going up on stage, doing presentations, having people look at you and be like, what is she doing up there? She's overweight. Like, having to deal with that mentally every time before I go up there. And Debbie Sullivan, one of our leadership training ladies at Plexus, she said the same thing. She's short and overweight, and she's like, she had to do that when she would go up on stage. She had to, like, give herself a little pep talk that it doesn't matter what I look like. I have something valuable to say to these people that they need to hear, or that they came here wanting to hear. So yeah, that was something I worked through every time, pretty much. Not gonna say that to myself.
Yeah, and imagine if you had made that your limit, like you had to be a certain weight, or you had to be at a certain place, and you hadn't done what you do now, and is it
just checking if people can hear us? I have no idea what I did now.
It'd be funny if they couldn't hear us. All those smart tips and nobody's even there.
What is happening? Oh, here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that is. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I clicked something wrong here. Now I don't know where
I see is David Stringham.
Okay, we're just gonna do that. Okay.
Shall we move on?
Can you guys hear us? Are we too quiet, or are we? We're in a little cabin, and like right on the other side of the wall is our families, and some other people are visiting, and they're eating pie and ice cream, and they can hear us talking. So we're trying to be quieter. I wonder if people can hear us. Where did the chat go?
Right there on the top, right where it says drawer. Click on that.
Yep. Okay.
Sheila Crown.
But that was before. That was before. These are before.
You're good to go.
But that was a long time ago.
Maybe they left.
Maybe they're all gone. Okay, who cares? Ah, it's on the bar. Shh. Shh. Okay, what's your next topic, Sarah?
Did you want to talk about the turkeys?
Turkeys. It's hard to soar with eagles when you have to live with turkeys. So if you're living with turkeys, don't mention any names, but there's some that you have to live with. But you don't have to let them affect you, right? Okay, can I see that page actually? No, you can't?
Yeah.
Okay, here it says, our surroundings control our soaring. Turkey thinking, turkey talk equals turkey walk. We quickly blend into the color of our surroundings. Similarities in thinking, mannerisms, priorities, talk, and opinions are very common within individual cultures. So anyways, basically saying that you become kind of who you are. If you want to be an eagle soaring, don't spend time on the ground with the turkeys acting and talking like the turkey. That's what I wanted to say about that.
Oh, how about this? Tell me which one. I'm going to tell you two statements. Tell me which one is always true. One of them is not necessarily always true. Change brings growth, or growth brings change.
Change brings growth, or growth brings change.
Which one is always true?
Change brings growth, or growth brings change.
Oh.
Growth brings change.
Yes.
Growth brings change is not always true.
Yes, it is.
You're confusing me. Okay, tell me.
The last time I asked you, you knew right away.
I know, but now I'm confused.
Growth always brings change.
Yes. I'm thinking now.
And the other one says change brings, now we're confusing everybody. Change brings growth. And it doesn't necessarily always. It all depends on your attitude. Again.
Okay, tell us about that one, the top one first.
When there's changes in your life and you see it as problems or
you didn't want
things just not going well, it all depends on your attitude. Is it going to help you to grow, to make things better? So change brings growth is not necessarily always true. It all depends on your attitude. But growth, when you have a great attitude and you got personal growth, and growth brings change.
Yes, when you grow, things are going to change in your life. When you grow, things are going to change. And you know what? People often around us don't like it when we change. They don't like Sarah being like confident and doing stuff that they're scared to do. They actually, sometimes your friends can get like kind of upset at you when you begin to, and they'll like blame you for like not being their friend anymore, when actually they're just growing and meeting new people and changing other people's lives. They're not in that tiny little circle anymore. But yes, growth always brings change. I totally had that right. I just was mixed up. Yeah, let's do some, you got some practical tips too, right?
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like a Zoom. We're just sitting in my bedroom. I'm packing for going to the diamond trip. We're leaving in 2 days. I have all my stuff on my bed right here. We're basically sitting on it. This is the only quiet spot in the house. We're sitting on my bed. There's my view of my window. Oh. Okay, I'm going to stop distracting people. Tell us what's next.
I've been getting a lot of questions from new ambassadors, basics about sharing Plexus and how to start, and about Facebook posts, and we just thought we'd share some simple tips. And here's something that I read recently. It's called Know, Like, Trust. I
like this.
It means that everything you post should help your friends on Facebook that you want to bring this opportunity to. It should help them either know you better, like you better, or trust you more. Like, it should help them to know you more, like just to like you or to trust you more. And
so we should ask before we post something, we should ask ourselves if it's going to do one of those three things, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
If it's going to help, if the people are going to know us better, like us better, or trust us better.
Yeah. People like to do business with or to work with people who they know or like or trust. It's usually one of those three things. That's what attracts you to somebody. Either you really like them, or you trusted them, or you knew them. And
I figured it out. I figured I was screen sharing. I figured it out! That bugged me so much. Okay, sorry, Sarah. But you know what? Sometimes people, you can post something, they'll get to know you better. They'll know that you're actually like super negative and crazy.
Yes. So
you'll have to add the like and the trust to it. Yeah. Will they like me if I post this? Not that your whole life is about trying to get people to like you.
It has to be valuable content. Like,
it should be.
Good things. Be consistent in your posting. Whatever you decide to do, posting 2 times a day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Stay consistent. Don't post 10 times and then not for a week or not for a couple of days. Your people on Facebook aren't even going to see you. If you do that, that doesn't pop up. And if it does, the 10 in the one day, they're going to be probably a little annoyed because all they see is you. So be consistent. Do several a day. And encourage conversation. That's a really good tip that I read in this book.
The entrepreneur book?
Encourage conversation, basically having posts that are up to date with the things that are happening around you or where you live, and with questions. And when people reply to your posts, talk to them right there, ask them a question, or just encourage conversation. Tell stories, don't sell. Share stories about yourself, your family, or people you've helped, or people who are being helped with the opportunity that we have through Plexus, but don't sell. Don't say message me or here's my link, or because you've just connected with them by sharing a story that they thought, wow, that's like me, or that's like my aunt. And then they see the link, or they see, hey, message me and I'll help you. And then they're like, oh, she's trying to sell me something. Their mindset automatically clicks to selling rather than they read an interesting story and then they want to connect with you and they'll come and ask you questions. It has to do with how you put it out there.
Mm-hmm. Also, when people like your stories, I always like to message them and say, hey, thanks for liking my story. How you doing? What'd you do today? Just because it'll keep you're on their mind, right?
Yeah. And keep it simple. Stop trying to make it all complicated and stop trying to be perfect.
Yes.
Just throw perfect out there. Just be yourself. Be you. Don't be fake. Don't try to be like someone else you're seeing. You can follow. You can have great tips from other people and they're having great success, but be you. Like the things that you like and your personality. And I'm not sure.
Sarah has changed so much. Like she used to be like kind of anti-Plexus. And when I tried to convince her to join Plexus, her first thing that she said was, everybody on Facebook does Plexus. I'm not doing Plexus. That's the first thing she said, literally. And then she learned how to make new friends on Facebook. She learned how to post on Facebook. She learned that you don't need to post everything everybody else is doing. And she has totally her own style. If you go on her Facebook, you'll see she has totally her own style. It has like a theme. It does? Yep, it has a theme. It has an introvert, and I'm so thankful for my life theme. I like it.
All right.
It's very inspiring.
No one's told me that before.
Well, there you go.
All right. Other people say I don't know people. I said that a lot in the beginning. I felt like I really did know people, and the people I knew Eva, and so therefore they probably already knew about Plexus. The thing is, everyone knows someone who knows someone. You think you don't know a lot of people? You know 3 people. Those 3 people, they know 3 more people.
And one of them might know 500 people.
Exactly.
And one of them might know 1,000.
One of them knows the wife of a doctor. One of them knows...
Ooh.
I don't know, some fitness trainer or someone who loves natural health or a school teacher, okay? Or you don't have to know everybody. You can know just a few people who know a lot of people.
And it doesn't have to be like you just mentioned a whole bunch of health professionals. It can just be a person who loves to interact with people and have lots of friends and make money. Like, I mean, it can be anybody. Yep. You know 3 people. Those 3 people know 3 people. And they're guaranteed there's people in there that know way more people than that. So, and we're always learning to get to know more people because God made us to connect with people, right? So I find it a fun challenge to get to know more people. Yep. It makes me nervous and I'm scared to do it sometimes, but it's good for the greater good. What else you got?
That's kind of the end of my notes.
Cool.
The main thing was the attitude, and the main thing was don't limit yourself and the people around you or your team. by saying, oh, we wouldn't like to do that, or we're not that good at that, or we're too new at this. You don't know. Maybe your whole team is excited for this and they would love to do it. So
don't hang out with turkeys and talk like turkeys if you want to soar like eagles. I like that. Okay.
Keep it simple, keep it real, and just focus on helping as many people as you can. Focus on making a difference and helping people get healthier and helping people meet their goals.
And your rank and your paycheck will take care of itself.
True story.
It's true story. It's true story.